देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। जे उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय करे वेदो स्तुति उच्चरे जैनारोम सुछिद्रमा अणुसमा ब्रह्मांड कोटि भरे माया काड़ रवि शशि सुरगणो आज्ञान लोपेक्षण एवा अक्षरधामना अधिपति श्री स्वामी नारायण। जनियमृतवाणी तो बहिरहि साक्षात् महिमा रूपे जनी ब्राह्मी स्थिति अहोलिन करे सुभव्य अक्षर पदे शरणागत निज अल्प जीव सहुना श्रेयार्थ तत्पर रहे काका स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य विभुने हयों तो वंदन करे। सजानंद स्वामी महाराज नी जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपों नी जय जय जय। प्रकट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काकाजी महाराज, पप्पाजी महाराज, स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य बंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। प्रकट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराज आत्मीय युवा महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। प्रकट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जसभाई साहेब संत आज्ञा दर्शन पर्व महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। सदगुरुदेव की जय जय जय। आज के आनंद की जय जय जय। आज मार्च મહિનાની 22મી તારીખ થઈ ગઈ આજે। એક અઠવાડિયામાં માર્ચના એન્ડમાં આવી જઈશું। લાગતું નથી કે માર્ચ મહિનો આવ્યો છે। બહાર ઠંડી જાન્યુઆરી ફેબ્રુઆરી જેવી લાગે છે અને સ્નો બી આવે છે ને છમકારા કરે છે। એમાં જે લોકો ઇન્ડિયાથી જે આવ્યા હોય એમને તો થર્મલ શોક લાગે। 100 ડિગ્રીમાંથી સીધી 0 ડિગ્રી સેન્ટીગ્રેડ ને ફેરનહાઇટનો ડિફરન્સ પણ છતાં બધાને સરસ ઇન્ડિયામાં બી સારી રીતે બધા આનંદ કરીને પાછા આવ્યા। જો મારા દાસબેન તારાબેને ઝોકા ખાવા મળ્યા। પહેલો દિવસ છે ને પણ એમને ધન્યવાદ કે પહેલા જ દિવસે આજે આવી ગયા અહીંયા આગળ। આવીને આંખો બંધ છે પણ કાન ખુલ્લા છે। અંતરની આંખે અમારા ઇન્દિરાબેન ને નવીનભાઈ બી ગયા અઠવાડિયે આવ્યા। ઇન્દિરાબેન થોડા વહેલા આવ્યા હતા પણ નવીનભાઈ બી વહેલા આવી ગયા। બીજું અમારા નવીનભાઈ સાથે વાત કરતો હતો। એ લાઈફ ઇન્સ્યોરન્સ કંપનીમાં જોબ કરતા હતા પણ એ વર્કઆઉટ બરાબર નથી થયું લાગતું અને એમને કોઈક હાફ પાર્ટ ટાઈમ જોબ કે ફૂલ ટાઈમ જોબ બી કોઈ જગ્યાએ કોઈ કેન્ડી સ્ટોર કે એવી જગ્યાએ કંઈક મળે કોઈક ઓળખીતા હોય તો તપાસ કરતા રહેજો। એ ગાડી ડ્રાઈવ કરી શકે છે તો એમને થોડુંક એક્ટિવિટી મળે અને શિકાગો બી જો મળે તો બી એનો ટ્રાય કરશે પણ કેવું ડ્રાઇવિંગનું બધું અનુકૂળ હોય એ પ્રમાણે કોઈને બી કંઈક આઈડિયા હોય એ પેલું વજન ના ઉચકી શકે હી કેનોટ લિફ્ટ વેઇટ પણ કોઈને કંઈ ખ્યાલ હોય કે આઈડિયા હોય તો હી ઇઝ વેરી વેલ એજ્યુકેટેડ એન્ડ વેરી વેલ મેનર્ડ એન્ડ વેરી વેલ હેલ્ધી, સો યુ કેન હેલ્પ હિમ. પંકજભાઈએ વાત કરી બધા પોતાનું એક પેટ વચનામૃત લઈને મંડ્યા છો, પણ પંકજભાઈ કહ્યું એમ બધા દરરોજ એ વચનામૃતને વાંચો છો કે નહીં? એટલો વાંચવાનો ટાઈમ મળે છે કે નહીં? અમારા લીનાબેને બહુ જ બપોરિયાનું વચનામૃત મારી પાસે માગ્યું, શોર્ટ અને ઇઝી સમજાય એવું. તો એવું વચનામૃત બી છે. વચનામૃતમાં જે જોઈએ એવું ચોઈસ છે. ધર્મ, જ્ઞાન, વૈરાગ, ભક્તિ, મહિમા, ઉપાસના, એકાંતિકપણું, બધાના જુદા જુદા કોઈ બી ચેપ્ટરનું વચનામૃત જે જોઈએ એ મળે એવું છે એનું. પંચવર્તમાનમાંનું, કોઈ બી બીજા નિયમોનું, કોઈ બી તમને જે ગમતું હોય અને એનો સરસ અભ્યાસ બધા કરો છો એવું પંકજભાઈએ પૂછ્યું. પણ બધા દરરોજ એક વચનામૃત એટલીસ્ટ વીકની અંદર 7 દિવસમાં 5 દિવસ વાંચતા હોય એવા હાથ ઊંચા કરો તો ભાઈ, એટલે ખબર તો પડે. હા, સરસ સરસ. Those who are reading at least in week 5 times the Vachnamrut that you have selected, so please at least read, Pankaj Bhai is saying more than even every day, if you can read twice and 3 times in a day, that's also good, Those who are, busy and other things, at least try to read once a day, અને વચનામૃત તમને પૂરેપૂરું ખ્યાલમાં આવે છે, સમજાય છે કે કંઈ એમાં જાણવું છે તો આજે એના ઉપર કોઈક વાત કરીએ. કોઈનું એક વચનામૃતનું કોઈને કંઈક પૂછવું હોય, કંઈક સવાલ હોય તો વી કેન ડિસ્કસ ઓન દેટ. કોઈને એવો કંઈ સવાલ છે આજે? મધ્યનું 22, પણ દેટ ઇઝ નોટ એ ક્વેશ્ચન, દેટ ઇઝ અ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ. No, you read that, and whatever you don't understand, that portion we can talk. You cannot say the whole Vachnamrut. Otherwise, why did you select that?
Because I like the heading, Manan Chintan Dvara Brahmasam.
Right.
And the Sar I know.
Okay. So which part you don't know? That is what I'm asking. Part you know is good. I'm asking what you don't know, we can talk.
The first paragraph,
First paragraph is description,
that how
where Bhagavan was sitting.
he wasn't sleeping.
Sitting. Where Bhagavan was sitting.
Bhagavan had to, क्या कहते हैं, ब्रह्मोसम, संपूर्ण जो भी है.
Yeah. No, you go back, read again, and bring with a little question. Then we can talk, That part which is not clear to you, we can talk, That's what I'm saying. Right. I saw another hand raised here. Bhavishbhai, I'll get back to you. Vibhaben, you have something?
I was listening to છેલ્લાનું છેલ્લું અને એમાં આપ સમજાવતા હતા તો એમાં આપણે એવું કીધું કે બોડીમાંથી આત્મા નીકળી જાય તો રાજા હોય તો એની રાણી હોય તો એમ રાખે નહીં, એમ કાઢી મૂકે, એમ લાઈક લઈ જાઓ એને. તો એના પરથી મને વિચાર આવતો હતો કે એટલે આઈ ડોન્ટ નો, આઈ મીન જસ્ટ કેવી રીતે વિચારવું એમ કે આમ તો આત્માને જ આપણે એમ કે અટેચમેન્ટ છે, પણ લાગે છે દેહનું. પણ પછી આપણે આત્મબુદ્ધિ અને પ્રીતિનું જ્યારે વચનામૃતમાં આપણે એમ કે દેહના સગા નહીં પણ એમ કે આત્માના સગા. તો એટલે કન્ફ્યુઝન નથી, પણ આઈ જસ્ટ વોન્ટ અ લિટલ બિટ મોર ક્લેરિટી ઓન ધેટ.
એટલે પણ આત્મબુદ્ધિ ને પ્રીતિની સાથે
તો આમ તો આત્માનો જ સંબંધ જ હોય, પણ દેહનો માની લીધો હોય. તો આ લોકો જેની જોડે મને મૂક્યા છે ભગવાન, અત્યારે એ બી કંઈક પૂર્વનો આત્માનો સંબંધ હશે કે વોટ ઇઝ ધેટ છે કે આમ તો અત્યારે મને એમ લાગે કે આ બધા દેહના છોડવું આત્માના ભેગા કરવું, સારો નો.
સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને બે સ્ટેટમેન્ટ મૂકેલા છે. ઘણી વખત આપણને એવું લાગે કે થોડાક કોન્ટ્રાડિક્ટરી લાગે છે, થોડાક કન્ફ્યુઝિંગ લાગે છે, પણ એની અંદરની રિયલ એસેન્સ જો સમજીએ તો એ કોન્ટ્રાડિક્ટરી નથી. What Vibhabeni is trying to say that if we don't have relation with our own body, if we consider ourselves as soul, we have taken millions of bodies in the past and we don't have any memory and liking or association. If we get a skull of our previous life and if by mistake we kick that skull on the road, we don't cry that why did I hit myself, So, we have at least recognized that this body is also a temporary transition, temporary phase. And if we don't acquire the highest status, which is Akshardham, then we would have to come back in another bodies, And we will probably forget even this body. And when we come to the next body, we will have to start with tuitions in India. And we will have to start with donations for tuitions in India. And compete and carry a big backpack, on our shoulders until we graduate, right? And we have to listen to our parents and everything, So you want that cycle or you don't, that is the choice, But the point is, that this is the opportunity to liberate to the highest level if we want to, And for that, we have to assume our identity as Atma. And if we assume as Atma, then our body and our bodily relatives, they are not the priorities. It is not that they are past our duties, Our duties are still there. We have to maintain certain responsibilities and duties. But it is not that madness that we just don't come to satsang, we don't pay attention to our real goal and real, progress. And those are the things, which Swaminarayan Bhagavan has said in Vachanamrut. And Gunatitanand Swami and all Gunatit saints have said that. So that is one side, Now the other side is that if we relate everybody with the body and soul consciousness, then do we have to have a relationship with the devotees or even saints or not? That is the question, And is that the question? Or maybe I saw your face a little differently. Huh? Okay, so she says that with the God, the saints and devotees, we want to have that relationship with what is said in Vachanamrut and Swami Nivato. And the others which are non-satsangis, those who are not related with us, it may be in our office, in our business, in our school, do we want to keep that relationship with them also or not? So there we have to use the power of logic and discrimination. That if you talk to them, it's very nice, If you make them happier like you, and let them come and interested in this, that is nice. But you don't want to get dragged into that so much that you get diverted from the satsang. Somebody likes somebody in the office, and now they start going, for dinner and for this and that, and then that takes away their time from the satsang, then it is diversion, And Gunatitanand Swami and Swaminarayan Bhagavan is saying that kind of diversion, you be careful, You don't want to do that. Now, even if it comes to our devotees, it is sometimes a challenge, because every devotee is not to our vibrations, to our frequency, to our liking, and we may have challenge and problem. Now, Swaminarayan Bhagavan is telling a different way of looking that, A different way is like that, a woman who has gotten married, for 18, 20, 25 years she has not lived with that person, but now she has fallen in love and she lives with that person. You can imagine that woman is trying to make her husband's father, mother, brother, sister, friends to close to her, to please them. She is, giving up things, She is trying to be nice with them, So, in the worldly affair, we are very good in this, In the worldly affair, we have learned how to behave with them. Because we are afraid, that if I don't do that, my husband will be unhappy. We will have problems and things like that. So, if you have married to a husband, you are giving so much priority and dedication. Here you are married to God. And can you really think that way, that you are married to God, now God and His saints and His devotees is a whole new family again. And apply the same theory which you are applying in the worldly affair to this thing. And make sure that even the devotees who have little different in opinion, little different in style, you try to bear with it, accept it, And wherever that problem comes, you try to find the faults within you first to know that what did you behave, what did you say, what did you ignore, what did you not listen. That created this problem, If you do that, then the gap will be closed and God will be pleased, If you do at family, the gap will be closed and the husband will be happy. So there is a level of husband, there is a level of God, But level of husband is temporary, level of God is permanent. So we have to put more effort, and we have to do more sincere, liking to the devotees, So that is the point that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is explaining. Even in our kins, if we think that, I don't want to relate with them because Bhagavan has said that I should not attach with my, relatives and others. You have to think in there that if they are not the devotee of God, if they are not harmonizing with you, then it is an issue. But if they are supporting you or they are helping you, then with a careful consideration, you take their activity and support their support and then move on just like the other devotees also. There is nothing wrong, It is fine. But when you are at a very elevated level, I'm talking about, a KG level, then high school level, then college level, and PhD level, and then beyond, Those who are really ekantik and those, they have a different understanding. There they start dropping out, even though they are associated with devotees, but they start dropping out, their relationship because they are so much close and tied up with the God, And God takes care of them, God handles the association with them, Narsi Mehta, for example, he was that way, that he was so much associated with God, even God was not in his front of eyes, God was 5,000 years ago, Still he was so tuned, that when his wife died, he did not cry, He on the top said that, okay, my, tie up with God is now easier, because every time when he would be at home, his wife would be bothering and bugging, that what are you doing, Have you done this and have you done that, So that part is gone now, That was he was saying and thinking, So for that level, it is good, And if you think that you can live that level, then live that way. But Narsi Mehta did not have problem with his wife. If you have problem with your spouse, then the proof is that something is wrong, You have not lived the way Narsi Mehta wanted to live, So those are the, check and balance that you have to develop, And we have to grow, I myself also, is going and experiencing the same things, And whenever I see that something has not worked out, then I say, where was I wrong, rather than blaming somebody else. So this is the, step we have to take. And I'm not saying that from tomorrow you will be master of that, but at least you can start, living that way. Is that the question that you had? Okay. Anything more you want to clear? Saras. Bhavesh bhai, you were saying something. Mic apo.
Yeah, so I was reading Jetalpur 5, Karta Ardhanu. So Bhagwan has basically, just for background, so Bhagwan is saying કે ભગવાન ભગવા જેવી કોઈ મોટી ચીજ નથી અને એનાથી કોઈ બીજું મોટું નથી ધરતી પર અને સર્વે ભગવાનનું જ થાય છે. So I was reading through it અને ઘણું મોટું વચનામૃત છે. So there's a reference to Nar Narayan Dev. And I think the reason it came up was Hardik Bhai also liked it. So me and Hardik Bhai were discussing this. And we are discussing this point about Bhagwan is saying કે ધારે નર નારાયણ દેવના આશીર્વાદથી મારું થાય છે અને one of the interpretation એમ આપ્યું છે એટલે અમે અમદાવાદમાં મૂર્તિ કરી સૌથી ફર્સ્ટ મંદિર કર્યું. અને પછી I was thinking about it and I was also thinking કે even like the whole Ahmedabad sect અને even સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાનની જે સિરિયલ બનાવી છે, even that also has a whole reference. So I have a full conviction, at least my belief is he is the Supreme Lord, as we have been always saying. But then I was also not able to convince, I thought I was not fully able to convince Hardik Bhai. Maybe he was, but myself I was not 100% convinced ke what's the interpretation from that Vachanamrit we should take. And why did Bhagwan say it that way? Was it just for because of that times ke he mentioned ke Narayan Dev, or what was his, probably what was his thought process ke to say ke Narayan Dev was the Supreme Lord at that point?
Very good question. And before I say, somebody wants to help, guide. Hardik આવ્યો છે? Is Hardik here? No? Okay. Everybody got the question? બધાને question ખબર પડી? Anwaji, yes or no? No? Okay. Is that color not clear to you, Anwaji? That yellow? So do you want to come up front and see whether that is clear?
I can see it now. It has the banner. It has the banners. I can see it.
It just popped up a second ago. It wasn't up.
Oh, it wasn't up? Bhavesh bhai, your another opportunity to say in English.
So this is from Vachanamrit Jetalpur 5. And what God says in that is that everything that happens in the world is because of me. And there is nothing greater in world than worshipping God himself. But then God also, if you read through the details of the Vachanamrit, God mentions Nar Narayan Dev in there, and who is from Badrik Ashram. And he mentions that because of Nar Narayan Dev and his grace, everything that if I wish someone gets kingdom, they will. If I wish they don't, they will not. So Bhagwan puts Nar Narayan Dev as the kind of a supreme lord. And that's what the way he interprets it. Now, based on all the satsang and all we have done, we know that based on the Jivishwar, Maya, Brahm, Parabrahm, all the different hierarchies we have talked about, we know that Lord Swaminarayan is the supreme lord. He's come from Akshardham, and there is no one above him. So my question was, what was Bhagwan's reference, the Bhagwan's reference of Nar Narayan Dev, what was the context behind that, right? So
You got it now, Anwaji? If you are not clear, we can say again, no problem. Pardon? Oh, okay. The question was a long question. Yeah. Not very long, it's long. Okay, so anybody wants to shed some light on that? Shankar bhai. શંકરભાઈને માઇક આપો. હી ઇઝ ફ્રોમ અમદાવાદ એરિયા એની હાઉ.
સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જે આ જે વાત છે ને, આઈ વિલ સ્પીક ગુજરાતી, ઓકે. આ જે વાત છે, ભાઈઓ અને બહેનો જ્યારે આવેલા ને, જ્યારે સંબંધ આની પેલો મહોત્સવ થયો કાકાજીનો દિવ્ય એકતા મહોત્સવ, એ વખત મેં વસીભાઈને કહેલું આનું જે ઇંગ્લિશમાં, ઓકે. When Vashibhai, Bharatbhai and all Behno from Tardev and Mumbai, when they came here, at that time I talked with Vashibhai. 98. So it's called analogy, how we understand Hardik Bhai or Bhavesh Bhai's query. When Lord Swaminarayan came on earth, most of people, they worship Krishna Bhagwan, Ram, and some people worship Narnarayan Bhagwan, or the more people know Narnarayan Bhagwan because Narnarayan Bhagwan was the god of the Bharatkhand. So our closest god, or who can take care of us, mostly we believe him more. Like we believe Dinkavi more, not other god or other guru from outside. Because Dinkarbi is the one who we know more. He's taking care of us, everybody. Same thing at that time, the Narnarayan Bhagwan was Bhagwan of the Bharatkhand. Everybody live in Bharatkhand. How they can believe somebody else who is living outside? Same thing.
Bharatkhand means India at that time.
And like a Krishna Bhagwan raised the mountain, Govardhan. He refused the serving Indra Raja because Indra Raja was not directly helping more than Govardhan Parvat. So in that way, Bhagavan say, because of Narnarayan, we are all happy, or because he is the one who immediate supplier or immediate take care of us. That one thing. So he praised Narnarayan. That's one side. Now they have another question. If Lord Swaminarayan is supreme, then why he make Narnarayan Bhagavan as supreme at that time? Even in Partharo, the first chapter or description of Lord Swaminarayan's short life story, in that also, Lord Swaminarayan description as a Narnarayan Bhagavan. So he is the reincarnation of Narnarayan. So how you understand that? When you're talking Lord Swaminarayan is supreme, then how you understand he is the reincarnation of the Narnarayan Bhagavan? So in Swamini Vato, he mentioned about that. Like Narnarayan Bhagavan is the guide to come to India or Bharatkhand. So Lord Swaminarayan took him as a guide. Still very hard to understand that analogy. So then I told Vashibhai the new analogy. And that might fit you better or not. I tried to explain that analogy. So let's say Das Bhai came from India, right? Who came to pick him up? Who went to? Vibhaben picked him up. So when he came home, and somebody come to, friend or relative come to and ask him, Das Bhai, where are you coming from? He said, I just came from airport. So he is right. He came from airport. Still, but he doesn't live on airport. But he can say that I came from, same thing, Lord Swaminarayan describe himself that I am the Narnarayan, myself. So it is the description like that, I came from airport. When somebody says, no, you don't look like you come from airport, but you don't live in airport. There is no place like you person can live over there. So you must not from airport. So say, okay, I came from Paris or London. So then somebody say, oh, wait a minute. When they go closer and talk to more then, and they know more detail about him, then say, no, you don't look like you came from Paris or London. So he said, I came from Bombay. See, more you ask him, more you know about him, then information more you gather about him, and he keep telling more and more where I'm coming from, right? So he said, you don't look like Bombay person, like Ashok Bhai and Pankaj Bhi, they're from Bombay. So when he said, I'm not from Bombay then. So where you're from? Then he said, I'm from Gujarat or Vasad. Or more you ask him, more you know detail about him, then he will tell you his real, where he lives. No? Same thing, Lord Swaminarayan opened his own identity or on his greatness as the satsang grows, as people have knowledge about him more and more, then he opens up more and more. And Gunati Swami explore him in the real way where he come from. So that's why in many places, in Shikshapatri even, he's talk about Krishna Bhagwan is my Ishtadev. Is all analogy fits in that. So that's why Narnarayan, sometimes he be described, I'm Narnarayan, incarnation of Narnarayan, or my Ishtadev is this, or all this description, because the mentality, the knowledge of the people at that time, it was fitting at that time, but it was not from his real identity or real introduction. So that's why he mentioned about that. Sahajan Swami Maharaj.
Very good. नवीन भाई ने क्या उस okay. So anybody else wants to share the Jatalpur 5? कोई ने क्या उस भी जाने? और अब पिंटू भैया तक कहाँ गया? I had you in my mind, you know. You want to say something? क्या जे બહુ વહેલા ઉઠ્યા છો? No, he has a new job timing, you know. 4 o'clock in the morning, his job starts. Yeah. No, India timing, you know. He has to talk to people in India. Yeah. You want to sit down there? This way.
Sahajanand Swami Maharaj Ni Jai. So I will read the paragraphs that from the Vachanamrut that Bhavesh Bhai was talking about. After thinking for a moment, Sriji Maharaj said, "Everyone, please pay attention. Today, I wish to talk to you about things as they really are. Specifically, there is nothing greater than worshipping God. Why? Because everything happens according to the will of God. In fact, at this moment, even the will of this assembly can be fulfilled. By the grace of Sri Narnarayan, even my will can be fulfilled. That is, whatever I wish for is also fulfilled. Allow me to elaborate on this. Whatever I will in my mind is fulfilled in this world. If I will, may he attain a kingdom, then he will attain a kingdom. If I will, may he lose his kingdom, then his kingdom will be lost. If I will, let there be this much rainfall here at this moment, then it will definitely rain here. And if I will, that there may be no rainfall here, then it will not rain here. Also, if I will, may he attain wealth, then he does so. And if I will, may he not attain wealth, then he certainly does not. If I will, may she bear a son, then she mothers a son. And if I will, may she not have a son, then she definitely does not. If I will, may he contract a disease, then he will contract a disease. And if I will, may he not contract a disease, then he will not contract a disease. So when I will for something, it actually happens that way." This was the paragraph that you were talking about?
The whole Vachanamrut.
Okay.
Yeah, there is more also. Yeah.
So then the next paragraph is, "Then you will argue that a satsangi still has to bear joy and pain. He contracts diseases. He sometimes loses all his wealth and luxuries. And despite working extremely hard all his life, he still remains poor. Well, the explanation for all of his efforts not yielding fruits is that it occurs in direct proportion to his slackness in engaging in the worship of God. God definitely wishes to assist him. In fact, if his own devotee is to face the pain of a shuli, God will reduce that pain by having him pricked by a mere thorn instead. As far as I am concerned, I feel if a satsangi is to suffer the pain of a scorpion sting, may I suffer that pain 1,000-fold instead. But a devotee should be relieved of that pain and remain happy. This is the boon I had requested from Ramanand Swami. This is why I pray, may good be bestowed upon all. Also, I'm always trying to keep the vritti of people's minds fixed on God. Why? Because I know everything about the past, the present, and the future. In fact, while sitting here, I know everything that happens even when I was in my mother's womb. If I knew everything, and even before I came into my mother's womb, I knew everything. This is because I am God, Sri Narnarayan Rishi. If a person who has committed extremely grave sins comes and accepts my refuge and abides by the niyams, then in his last moments, I will grant him my darshan and take him to God's Akshardham. Presently, the Lord of Akshardham, Shri Purushottam, being born to Dharmadev and Murti Devi, who is also called Bhakti, manifests in Badrikashram and performs austerities in the form of Sri Narnarayan Rishi. It is to denounce the beliefs of the hypocrites, to destroy any traditions of adharma and nurture the traditions of dharma, and to propagate bhakti coupled with dharma, gnan, and vairagya on this earth in this Kali Yuga, that Sri Narnarayan Rishi was born to Sri Dharmadev and Bhakti in the form of Narayan Muni, who is presently sitting in this assembly. By saying this, Sriji Maharaj filled his devotees with joy. Continuing, he said, the only purpose behind my repeatedly mentioning the predominance of Sri Narnarayan Dev is that the same Sri Narnarayan, who is Sri Krishna Purushottam and who resides in Akshardham himself, sits daily in this assembly. That is why I speak of his predominance. So, realizing my form, I have spent hundreds of thousands of rupees on constructing a spired mandir in Ahmedabad. That is why I first installed the idols of Sri Narnarayan therein. That Sri Narnarayan is the lord of countless Brahmans. Of these, he is especially the lord of this Bharatkhand. Those people in Bharatkhand who disregard this manifest form of Sri Narnarayan by worshipping other deities are like adulterous women who leave their husbands and become attached to their lovers. Even the Srimad Bhagavad mentions that Sri Narnarayan is the lord of this Bharatkhand. Furthermore, it's for the liberation of the jivas that have manifested along with these sadhus. Therefore, if you abide by my words, I will take all of you to the abode from which I have come. So you should all realize we have already attained liberation. Furthermore, if you keep firm faith in me and do as I say, then even if you were to suffer extreme hardships, or even if you were to face the calamities of 7 consecutive famines, I will protect you from them. Even if you were to made to suffer miseries from which there seems to be no way out, I will still protect you. But only if you meticulously observe the dharma of my satsang, and only if you continue practicing satsang. However, if you do not, you will suffer terrible miseries, and I will have nothing to do with you. This time, I have left no deficiency in any matter whatsoever. Just look. I have performed several sacrifices in this village of Jetalpur. I have also been visiting here for so many years. I must have bathed in this lake along with my sadhus thousands of times. I must have visited each home in this village of Jetalpur 100 times, and I have also taken meals in every home. In this way, I have rendered this village and its outskirts even more sanctified than Vrindavan. As Maharaj was saying this, a large ball of light appeared in the sky, and they split into 3 distinct balls. Then they hovered above the mansion for a while and then disappeared. Seeing this phenomena, everyone asked Maharaj, what was that? Shriji Maharaj revealed, every day Brahma, Vishnu and Shiv come for my darshan and the darshan of the assemblies of sadhus. But today, by the wish of God, you have been able to see them along with their celestial vehicles. Iti Vachanamritam. We first, when we say that God is Bhagwan Swaminarayan is the Almighty God or the most supreme Lord, what exactly? So that's a term. Purna Purushottam Narayan or whatever term you want to give, right? God or the ultimate God is a term. But when we say that, what are the attributes that we are thinking? What qualities are we looking when we say when I say that this shape is a rectangle, then I know, okay, its opposite sides are equals and they're parallel to each other. That's how you describe a rectangle. When you say it's a triangle, it's 3 corners and it's a triangle. But when you say that he's the ultimate God, what exactly are we thinking? Huh? Most powerful. સામે દેખાય છે. What I was trying to get to is we have a definition of what God is. And, God is someone who takes care of me, who gives me job when I don't have one, who provides food for me, who gives me shelter. I'm sorry? Makes me breathe, gives me all the riches, all the comforts, takes care of me. We have this notion of the caring God, and that we say it's God. And we like to believe that in my life that anything related with these things, my comfort, my existence is all related because of the God. And that's our definition of God. And every soul, depending upon their elevation, defines God. But it's something like that here, that, Dingar uncle has talked to us about earlier as well, right? That the Bhagwan Swaminarayan, right? I mean, the way he came, his definition is that he's Aksharadhipati, he's the Lord of Akshardham. He's held by Mudakshar Murti Gunadhanand Swami in Akshardham. He's continuously served by innumerable liberated Akshar Muktas. The Akshardham itself is above Maya, is about the 3 modes of nature. That's how. That's one definition of God we also know. Over here, he's not talking about that definition. He's talking about the definition of the working God. So Bhavesh Bhai at home is father of Rishi, husband of Jigna, father of Richa. Bhavesh Bhai at work is a program manager. Bhavesh Bhai at Motorola Mobility, he's a manager over there. And you have 2 different roles that you play. One at work and one at home. So when God came here, his original swarup and his original qualities is something that even God says that even I cannot explain myself. That's God himself is saying that I myself cannot mara potana mahimano par hum pote nathi pamto, so let alone anyone else. So really, we cannot explain what is the glory of that God is. But this was the definition of the working or the caretaking God in this Brahman. So now take this analogy, okay? And we always discuss this, right? The mayor of Chicago is Rahm Emanuel, right? And he is in mayor's office, right? And he's sitting in his desk behind his chair and he's doing his business about, right? President Obama comes in. Most likely he will offer that seat to him. Obama will take that seat and and whatever Obama says, Rahm Emanuel will follow. Even when our Santos go to someone's Padramni, they offer their seats, office chair seat, they offer their actually operational seat to the Santo. And whatever the Santos say, then they do it. The devotee will do it. And for the employees of the company, it's the person sitting on the chair is giving the same. It's the same. It's the same bearing. So when God came here, Narnarayan Bhagwan, let his control give to him. Here, you are the Almighty God. I am been praying for you to come down here, and you are here. So you are here now. You take care of this. And then he sits. Narnarayan Dev's office is to take care of this Bharatkhand, and he takes care of his devotees. And God, honoring that wish, he takes care of the devotees of Bharatkhand. And all of this, I mean, that's maybe one way of looking at it. That there are two different definitions. And even another way to convince yourself, God has said that Shastrama Anak, there is a lot of types of descriptions and ideologies come and but always take which is the higher one. So in one Vachramut you will find this, but another Vachramut he will say that I am the Swami and Lord of everything, right? That Krishna Narayan, Narayan, they're all Nirgun forms, but all come up from the Prakritin Purush, which came from the Ganesh Mukta of Akshardham. He has said that definition also. So when a conflict like this arises, first thing is to always say that what is the higher level, definition there. Always take that. God himself has said કે શાસ્ત્રમાં જે વર્ણન description આપ્યું હોય એમાં જે ઉચ્ચ કક્ષાનું હોય એ લેવું. And so that's another way of actually reconciling this. But over here, why is God specifically talking about this in Jetalpur? Now that I guess Dingdar uncle can explain, I can only imagine and speculate, has to do with the devotees. And Shankar uncle explained that very beautifully, right? Is what do the devotees accept, If someone who has only been working someone who's only been in USA and never gone outside, for him, anything foreign is not understandable, is not graspable. So you have to talk to them in that language. So the entities, the authorities, they only know that, okay, there's only one ruler. That's Obama, or President Obama is the only guy that has any power or authority. They don't know, okay, there's like 7 continents and like 180 countries, and each of them has a leader. They don't have that concept. So then they wouldn't really understand, oh, this guy is from, this level, or from this country, Take the example of maybe someone from like in some small country like Africa. They haven't gone out. For them, the tribal chief is everyone. He has no concept that there is a continent of Africa. Then there is Obama, is the most powerful country in the world, and that's his. Just in the countries of the world, people know authority to the level they have elevated. So one of the ways to look at this is the devotees at that time. They only know about Narnarayan Bhagwan, and they only know the powers and authority of the caretaking God. So they will want to see those attributes in the manifest God. Even Obama comes, we will still ask him, fix the water leak in my community, fix the schools in my community. You don't understand that there is employees set up. There is a whole government system. There's a state and there is a local government system set up to do exactly the same things, But when Obama comes, we still talk about these other issues that affect us. My house is foreclosed. Those kind of things, right? That's what they will say. Even though when he travels, people that's the issues you see, And it's good because, ultimately then he can put the wheels and machinery into action so that those problems could be resolved. But that's the idea, that we the devotees themselves, define and confine God, based on their understanding. But God is beyond and beyond. So maybe I don't know if does that make sense or?
Anybody else? Biba Ben wants to share? Bring a chair.
પાણીની જ જરૂર આમાં. સજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની છે.
Amy, you have to say something?
Sure. So there was one perspective of what devotees think of God, like whatever samjan, the level they have. So they have level of thinking of Swaminarayan Bhagwan at Nar-Narayan level because they have only learned of God through Vedas or whatever that was passed on to them through generation, and God came for first time. So even though God was keep openly explaining him his swarup, it was really hard and it was not fathomable until like Guru Gunatitanand Swami started talking about explaining who God's supremacy was. And with Swami's blessings, that's when people really started accepting Swaminarayan Bhagwan as Supreme God. And then I was thinking, like, if there is a king, even Obama right now, let's say he's the president of America, but when he's playing with his kids could be climbing on him and make a horsey out of him or make an elephant out of him. And when he's playing with his kids, for entertainment of his kids, because he loves his kids so much, he becomes that horsey for him. He becomes that elephant for him. So Swaminarayan Bhagwan here is doing the exact same thing, you know. He loves us so much that if we call him, we do same thing right now. We are laughing right now. We think we have all progressed, but we do exact same mistakes right now. You know, and I know it's Guru Gunatitanand Swami's blessings that will take us to next level. But even right now, we make horsey out of him, we make Kakaji out of him, make Bhagaji Maharaj out of him, we make Papaji out of him, Swamiji. We don't accept God as God. We'll make other swarupas out of him. Yogiji Maharaj said કે શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજે કર્યું, દિનકર અંકલ કે ઓ કાકાજીના આશીર્વાદથી થયું, because we like playing horsey with him, you know, and he loves us so much. We are his children that he comes to our level. That time he's not, like when Obama's playing with his kids, he's not a president, he's a father. And Swaminarayan Bhagwan, he's supreme, but in front of his devotee, he's that humble, and he becomes whatever we want him to. At that time we say, you're not Narayan, he'll accept as not Narayan. Okay, but any which way, but you engross in me, you know, if that, he has the power and ability to change us to next level, and he does. And we have came this far, right? So and I know that God only knows, I couldn't answer Bhaz by your question because I don't know what God was thinking, but this is what I think that God is doing. Sajana Swami Maharaj.
Do bija anybody else wants to say? ખુરશી ભલે રે બીજી વાપરો. Anybody else wants to say? Suryash bhai, you want to share something? Eh? Everything was good. Okay. Okay. I know it's getting close to 10 o'clock. And we have a choice. Either we can do it next time, or we can do it this time up to 10 and do remaining next time, or we can extend a little bit longer and then up to 10 next time, or stay here for longer, you know, whatever choice, you know. So everybody, બધાને 10 વાગે બંધ કરવાવાળા હોય હાથ ઊંચા કરો એટલે આપણે એ પ્રમાણે પછી આગળ કરીએ ભાઈ. અઘરો સવાલ. એવું છે. તમારા બધાનો ઈશક છે તો પછી મને તો આનંદ છે એનો. હવે મારે ખાલી બાપુનો પ્રવેશ જ કરવાનો રહ્યો એનો. હાજી એમને સારું. So Bhavesh bhai has a very nice question. To give the background first, there are 262 Vachanamruts. Okay, I will say in Gujarati and then you translate in English. And those who have difficulty in Gujarati, you want to come up front, closer here? Or is that okay to read from there? No? Is that okay? Fine. So just adjust your seat if you have problem. સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાન એમણે 262 વચનામૃત જે કયા એના પછીના બીજા 11 વધારાના વચનામૃતો એની અંદરનું આ જેતલપુરનું વચનામૃત આવે છે. બીજા 11 વધારાના વચનામૃતો એટલા માટે છે કે સંતોએ જે 262 વચનામૃત લખેલા એના એડિશનમાં અમુક વચનામૃતો અમુક સંતોએ અથવા તો સંતોની જે ટીમ હતી એ ટીમે ના લખ્યા હોય અને છતાં બી એક લખેલું રેફરન્સ છે અને એ રેફરન્સમાં નરનારાયણ દેવનું અને અમદાવાદ પ્રદેશનું કંઈક વધારે ગૌરવ ને સન્માન છે એ હેતુ માટે અમદાવાદ પ્રદેશના જે આચાર્ય હતા અયોધ્યા પ્રસાદજી એમની પરવાનગી લઈને આ બીજા 11 વચનામૃત ઉમેરવામાં આવેલા. આ વચનામૃતો અમદાવાદ પ્રદેશના એરિયામાં લખાયેલા, જતલપુર, અસલાલી અને મેમદાવાદ ને એવા જે અમદાવાદના જે પ્રદેશ છે એ પ્રદેશમાં લખેલો, એટલે એ બધા અમદાવાદના પ્રદેશનો બી વચનામૃત કહેવાય છે. અમદાવાદના આચાર્ય હતા એ મોટા ભાઈના દીકરા હતા, એટલે નાના ભાઈના દીકરા રઘુવીરજી મહારાજ હતા એ વડતાલના આચાર્ય હતા, એટલે એમના જે કંઈ ઓપિનિયન હોય એને રઘુવીરજી મહારાજ બી સ્વીકારતા, એટલે વચનામૃતો બી સ્વીકારાયા છે. પણ એ વચનામૃતોની અંદર મોટા ભાગની નરનારાયણ દેવના મહિમાની વધારે વાત લખેલી છે, પણ સાથે સાથે ભગવાનના મહિમાની પણ વાત એની અંદર આવે છે. એમાંનું આ જેતલપુરનું 5મું છે એ નિષ્ઠાનું વચનામૃત છે. એ કરતા હરતાપણાનું વચનામૃત છે અને એ વચનામૃતની અંદર જ એક એવો અનુભવ બતાવેલો છે કે આકાશની અંદર 3 ગોળા દેખાયા અને કંઈક ચમત્કાર જેવું વચનામૃત છે. એટલે એ વચનામૃતનો સ્પેશિયલ કોઈક એવો દરેકને વિશ્વાસ છે. આ વચનામૃતની અંદર સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને જે વાત કરી છે એ અમદાવાદનું મંદિર થયા પછીનું વચનામૃત છે. અમદાવાદનું મંદિર કોઈને ખબર છે કયા વર્ષમાં થયું? મારે સુજીભાઈ બધાને તો ખબર છે. યસ, અમદાવાદનું મંદિર પહેલું મંદિર હતું. ઇન્દિરાબેને જોયું નથી હજુ, અમદાવાદનું તો નથી ગયા. અમદાવાદનું મંદિર જોયેલું તમે? આ કાલુપુરમાં આ વખત નથી ગયા, એટલે તમારા લિસ્ટમાં 2 થયા, એક ગઢડા અને બીજું અમદાવાદ. તમારે બાકી છે, લો અમારા બેવને બાકી છે, તમારે બેવને બાકી છે, એટલે એ બી જોવા જેવું છે સરસ ત્યાં આગળ. એ લોકોએ સરસ મ્યુઝિયમ બી નવું બાંધ્યું છે, બહુ મોટા. મ્યુઝિયમ જોયું નહીં? સારું સારું. બીજું અમદાવાદની અંદર લાઇટ એન્ડ સાઉન્ડ શો બી પ્રમુખ સ્વામીના અક્ષરધામની અંદર બી એક શો બી હોય છે. અને અમદાવાદ તો એક મોટું આપણું પાટનગર છે ગુજરાતનું, એટલે એનો ત્યાં બધી જાતના અરેન્જમેન્ટ ને એટ્રેક્શન્સ હોય જ એનો. પણ અમદાવાદનું મંદિર ક્યારે બંધ થયેલું સુજેશભાઈ? 1822. And that translates into Vikram Samvat about 80 years before 86, so about 88. Huh? 1878, right? 1878, right. વચનામૃતની શરૂઆત 1876થી છે, વિક્રમ સંવત. જે ગઢાનું પહેલું વચનામૃત છે એ માગશર સુદ ચોથનું 1876નું છે. પછીના 2 વર્ષની અંદર જ અમદાવાદનું મંદિર બંધ થઈ ગયું, ત્યાં મૂર્તિ પ્રતિષ્ઠા થઈ. એટલે અમદાવાદના મંદિરની શરૂઆત તો લગભગ એથી બીજા 4-5 વર્ષ પહેલાંથી હતી. અને એ મંદિરનું બધું જ કન્સ્ટ્રક્શન એ બધું થતાં આટલો ટાઈમ લાગેલો એનો. હવે એ મંદિરની અંદર નરનારાયણ દેવને સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને પહેલાં પધરાવ્યા. અને ભાગવતની અંદર નરનારાયણ દેવનો ખૂબ મહિમા વ્યાસ ભગવાને બી બતાવ્યો છે. ભાગવતની અંદર કૃષ્ણ ભગવાનનો મહિમા સૌથી વધારે છે, પણ નરનારાયણ દેવનો બી મહિમા છે એની અંદર. સાથે બીજા બી દેવતાઓનો મહિમા છે ભાગવતની અંદર. પણ નરનારાયણ દેવ છે એ ભરતખંડના રાજા કહેવાય છે, એ ભરતખંડના ઈષ્ટદેવ છે. નરનારાયણ દેવની આખી સ્ટોરી બી તમને કદાચ ખબર હશે. ભાવેશભાઈ, તમને ખબર તો છે ને સ્ટોરી? નરનારાયણ દેવનો અવતાર સાથી થયો નથી થયો ખ્યાલ? રાઈટ. સહસ્ત્રકુચી કરીને એક અસુર હતો, સહસ્ત્ર કવચ અથવા સહસ્ત્ર કુચી કરીને. આપણે એની વાત કરેલી છે પહેલાં. You want me to go in that detail now, or you will research that separately? Okay, and still if you have question on that, we can talk later separately. But નરનારાયણ દેવનો મહિમા શોર્ટમાં, 2 ભાઈઓ ટ્વિન્સ તરીકે બોર્ન થયા અને આ આસુરને મારવા માટે વારાફરતી 1,000 વર્ષ તપ કરતા હતા. અને 1,000 વર્ષે પેલાનું એક કવચ ઉતરે એમ. એટલે એ નરનારાયણ દેવે એટલું બધું તપ કર્યું છે, અને એ તપનો પ્રભાવ ખાલી અસુરને મારવા માટે જ નહોતો, પણ ભરતખંડના જે બધા હરિભક્તો હતા એને પણ એ તપના ખૂબ ખૂબ આશીર્વાદને લાભ મળેલા છે. ભગવાને જે તપ કર્યું એ તપને લીધે ભરતખંડની અંદરના બધા જે ભક્તો છે એ ભક્તોને પણ એને લીધે ખૂબ પ્રોસ્પેરિટી મળી છે, ખૂબ સ્પિરિચ્યુઆલિટી મળી છે, ખૂબ એડવાન્સમેન્ટ મળેલું છે. એટલે આખા વર્લ્ડની અંદર ભરતખંડ ઇઝ કન્સિડર્ડ વેરી ફર્ટાઇલ સ્પિરિચ્યુઅલ લેન્ડનો. કે ત્યાં આગળ અવતારો બી ઘણા થયા. એટલા બધા અવતારો થયા છે કે અત્યાર સુધીના બીજી કોઈ જગ્યાએ એટલા અવતારોનું લિસ્ટ છે નહીં. દેટ ઇઝ ધી હાઈએસ્ટ લિસ્ટ ઇન ઇન્ડિયા. એ ભરતખંડના મુખ્ય દેવતા નરનારાયણ છે. અને નરનારાયણના અંડરમાં જે બધા હરિભક્તો છે એ બધા હરિભક્તો રામચંદ્ર ભગવાનને બી ભજે છે, કૃષ્ણ ભગવાનને બી ભજે છે, શિવ ભગવાનને બી ભજે છે, બીજા બધા દેવતાઓને બી ભજે છે. પણ એ બધાનું હેન્ડલિંગ નરનારાયણ દેવ થ્રુ થાય છે. હી ઇઝ ધી મેઇન હેડનો. કૃષ્ણ ભગવાનનો અવતાર બહુ મોટો હતો. ઇટ વોઝ વેરી પાવરફુલ. પણ મહાભારતની અંદર ઇફ યુ રીડ એવરી ચેપ્ટર, વ્યાસ ભગવાનનો પહેલો શ્લોક કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન અને અર્જુનને રિસ્પેક્ટફુલ વંદન કરવાનો છે. અને એ વંદનની અંદર નરનારાયણ દેવનો જ ઉલ્લેખ કરેલો છે કે એવા નરનારાયણ દેવને હું પ્રણામ કરું છું. એનો શ્લોક છે નારાયણ ચ નરોત્તમ એવું કંઈક છે. એ તમે મહાભારત વાંચો ને તો એમાં પહેલાં દરેક અધ્યાયની અંદરનો પહેલો આ શ્લોક છે. એટલે આખું મહાભારત છે એની અંદર પણ કૃષ્ણ ભગવાનને અર્જુનને પણ નરનારાયણનું ઇન્કાર્નેશન જ ગણાવેલું છે. ઇટ ઇઝ ધી રિપીટેશન ઓફ નરનારાયણ. Now, if you go and ask the devotees of Lord Krishna and tell them that Krishna was incarnation of Narnarayan, then you would have a nice discussion, right? Even though Narnarayan is considered highest, but because of the conviction, because of the love and affection toward their own deity, they would argue, that no, Krishna Bhagavan is above. He has said so and so in Gita, this and that, And Gita is part of Mahabharata. And Mahabharata is saying praise of Nar and Narayan. So this is the background I am giving you because Narnarayan is very powerful entity, Even Vyas Bhagavan is considered incarnation of both Narnarayan. And there were so many other places, some other incarnations were also referred to Narnarayan, in scriptures, different places. So Narnarayan is very powerful entity. And Narnarayan ને સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને પણ 4 નિર્ગુણ સ્વરૂપોની અંદરના એક સ્વરૂપને તરીકે વર્ણન કરેલું છે. નરનારાયણનો અવતાર છે એ તપશ્ચર્યાનો અવતાર છે. ભગવાનને પણ તપ બહુ ગમતું એટલે નેચરલી ભગવાને નરનારાયણની પોતાના તપના ઈશકને લીધે બી એફિનિટી બતાવેલી છે કે અમને નરનારાયણનું બહુ જ અધિકપણું ગમે છે. So these are all these reference related with the, Mahima or the greatness of Narnarayan. So one point of view, Bhagavan is saying that whatever is happening in this Bharatkhand, because we have come from Akshardham to visit in Bharatkhand, and we are giving the credit to Narnarayan of whatever things are happening, Not only that, but ભગવાન કહે કે અમારે કોઈને ત્યાં દીકરો આવો તો દીકરો આવે ને દીકરો ના આવે તો ના આવે, આ થાય તો થાય. This is all related with the devotees of Narnarayan because this is the people of Narnarayan that he is talking about. So when he is talking about people who gets one way or the other, those who behave, they get good, those who misbehave, they get, some punishment or, bad. And Swaminarayan Bhagavan says that when I make that decision, I consult with Narnarayan also. I don't just evade him, And Narnarayan, when he consults, then together it happens. Now when we read that Vachanamrut in English, Pintu Bhai read that, and when you read that in Gujarati, there is a difference in interpretation also. Swaminarayan Bhagavan has never said Maru, ke main. He said Amaru and Ame. The real translation of Amaru is ours, or Ame means we. So in that we, it is a superlative of God himself also, we can say that way. But there is another way of looking also that Bhagavan is including Narnarayan together in that, So it is together, It is consulting together, So with that point of view, Bhagavan is saying that whatever is happening, it is happening by my Narnarayan Bhagavan. There were other things, Shankar Bhai and Pintu Bhai also explained. and Vibhaben, that when God comes down on this planet, then he knows that this is my planet, belonging to my Narnarayan, my devotee. And he does not want to challenge that, okay, you did not do this then, you did not do that, and I am the only God, and I did this, That's not God, Eh? God will always praise his assigned person here, Even in normal worldly things, we do that, So why would God go out of the way, And when God is praising, it is praise to his own son, So, just like in a normal way, when something happens, like Vibhaben said, something happens, Yogi Bapa would praise to Shastriji Maharaj. Kakaji would praise to Yogi Bapa. And we praise to Kakaji, which is our respect. But God being the highest God, where can he go and praise, Who can he go and praise to, He has to praise to the downline, So we cannot say that just because we are praising Kakaji and Yogiji Maharaj is praising Shastriji Maharaj, Lord Swaminarayan is praising Narnarayan because Narnarayan is above him, And if you accept that, and there are people who accept that way also, then it is their status, where they are in thinking, A lot of followers of, Ahmedabad area, they think, that Swaminarayan Bhagavan was like a sadhu, made by Ramanand Swami. But Narnarayan was the God, And Swaminarayan Bhagavan was also praising to, Narnarayan. So, for those people's understanding, it is their understanding, And one day they will have to elevate, in order to raise to their understanding. But, that is one understanding also. At that time, Swaminarayan Bhagavan did not want to disturb the faith in those devotees who were mainly believing in the Paroksh God, The God who has born but not present, has passed away or not near, So, for those devotees, it was well said by Swaminarayan Bhagavan to elevate their faith, to raise their belief, and to be more closer to Swaminarayan Bhagavan. Very rarely in Vachanamrut, Swaminarayan Bhagavan would have said, કે અમે સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને આવું કર્યું છે. Very rarely. I don't think even I have read anywhere, But it has been said, that પ્રગટ કૃષ્ણ ભગવાને કર્યું છે, પ્રગટ નરનારાયણે કર્યું છે, અથવા તો પ્રત્યક્ષ કૃષ્ણ ભગવાને કર્યું છે, પ્રત્યક્ષ નરનારાયણે કર્યું છે. Those are the words that Bhagavan has used to just bring the bridge between the Paroksh worship, the Pragat worship and Pratyaksh worship. So they don't fall down, they don't get out of the, satsang, And whenever there is a Pratyaksh Krishna Bhagavan, there is still a debate in our own Swaminarayan satsang, that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is saying Pratyaksh Krishna Bhagavan means he is the incarnation of Krishna. Or sometimes even they don't go that far and they say that when Swaminarayan Bhagavan was saying Pratyaksha means the idol of Krishna Bhagavan in Mandir, Vasudev Narayan Mandir or wherever he was talking, it was referring to that Krishna, not even Swaminarayan Bhagavan himself. It was that God and Swaminarayan Bhagavan is the saint, So that is their belief and their acceptance, But there is a message in there, Just like Shankar Bhai explained, that in the time of Lord Krishna, the Giriraj, mountain, was doing all these good things to the people of Vrajbhumi, Not Indra. Indra was not visible. Indra was Paroksh. Indra was only visible in the form of rain, but not in a gross, real form, But mountain was visible. So Krishna Bhagavan wanted to establish that belief that Pratyaksh has more power. The mountain may not speak, but mountain is giving you all these facilities, food and everything. So let's worship that. And then it happened, Indra became mad, and it rained so much. Krishna Bhagavan by his only pinky, this is called pinky, right? Pinky finger, lifted up the whole mountain, and Indra became helpless, and it then created a faith of the people of Vrajbhumi to worship the Pratyaksh mountain and then Pratyaksh Krishna. So the purpose was to bring to Lord Krishna. But not everybody at that time accepted that. Not everybody believed Lord Krishna as the greatest God. But later on, 5,000 years later, it happened. Here, 200 years later, this is happening, that your question is not doubting, that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is he equal to or less than Narayana? No, I know. Your question is not doubting. Your question is, solidifying, that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is the highest God, but what are the other purposes for Swaminarayan Bhagavan to say this in this Vachanamrita? So we all know that, and those who come in the satsang, they have established and digested that, that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is the highest God, So it is now from that point of view we have to look, So looking from that point of view, Bhagavan is praising his devotees, Narnarayan Dev. And he is giving credits, Just like you would give credits to, Rishi and Richa, The work they have done maybe in school, or work they have, done in satsang. You have helped them, And when I ask you or, Jigna, you would say that Rishi and Richa did this, Even though you helped, So you are not taking credit, Because when they are given credit, the credit also comes to you anyhow, And if they are so great, Richa and Rishi are so, talented at their age, can we imagine how the उसका रचना करने वाला कैसा होगा? So, that is how the credit goes, So, this is how Swaminarayan Bhagavan has also mentioned, the glory of Narnarayan Dev. In the Jetalpur Vachanamrut and some of the other Ahmedabad Vachanamrut, like I said before, it has been mentioned in a way that the praise of Narnarayan is higher than, Swaminarayan Bhagavan. It is not in the Vartal Vachanamrut that much, even though there are Vartal Vachanamruts and the Vartal Vachanamruts were written in Vartal, but it has not been that powerful. And there are reasons, that Vartal temple was built later, and Swaminarayan Bhagavan has already established Narnarayan Dev as very powerful entity. So, Lakshmi Narayan being also powerful, but was not as much put in equal to Swaminarayan Bhagavan or put as much above Swaminarayan Bhagavan, And that is one glory of Vartal area, that Gunatitanand Swami being in that area has praised Swaminarayan Bhagavan as the highest entity and not Lakshmi Narayan. So there is a gap we are seeing in Vachanamrita, that lot of praise of Narnarayan, but very limited or very small of Lakshmi Narayan. If we had praises of Lakshmi Narayan same way as Narnarayan maybe, then there would have been a different discussion, that not contradictory, but the devotees of Vartal area were not that much close to Gunatitanand Swami then. That would have been that way, But Gunatitanand Swami being part of Vartal has established the greatness of Swaminarayan Bhagavan so that the gap is different between Vartal area and Ahmedabad area, So there is another way of looking also, Well, I think we can talk a little bit more, but let's pause here, and then if you still have questions, we can talk next time. Or anybody who reads that and who have some questions or whatever, you can bring it. It was just that I brought it up. Nobody wants to just come out and say that, okay, I read this and I have question, But do it, I mean, that is good, You want to master this Vachanamrut, And more you master, more you will enjoy. જેને જેને કોઈને ફરી બી વચનામૃત વાંચતા હો અને એમાં કંઈક સવાલ હોય તો લઈને આવજો, એની પર વાત કરીશું. ચાલો, સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય.